Thank you for joining me to celebrate the amazing class of 2020. It has been my great pleasure and honor to lead the school with such a wonderful class to guide my way. It is not just the students that we're here to celebrate today. We also honor the teachers, families, coaches, parents, and others who have helped guide these students and walked beside them as they grew from grinning, giggling kindergartners to energetic preteens to the mature and responsible adults that we see today. Well, mostly mature and responsible. I know that this is not the event we expected when we thought about today, graduates. I'm sure you imagined crossing the stage triumphantly while family and friends and out-of-town guests cheered you on. There may have been some outlawed air horns that heralded your successful completion with its sonorous sound, startling the grandparents around you. You may have even imagined looking out across the field as the sun gracefully set behind the stage, as if the whole world were a metaphor for your accomplishments. Your parents looking on, eyes slightly glassy, with tears of happiness, pride, and the tinge of future partings to come, and they would cheer and shout your name. Alas, that was not for you, this class. You will forever be the class of COVID-19, the class of quarantine, of lost dances, of forever forgotten field trips, of skipped finals, and closed before they opened performances. You've had many solo parties and oh so much family time. But you are also the class of true courage, self-sacrifice, generosity, and patience. You know all about delayed gratification, about being flexible and making lemonade out of lemons. You are the class of 2020, and this is your virtual commencement. I was so struck by the fact that your ceremony and so many things right now are virtual. Virtual, of course, means digital, online, but it also means almost, as in you're virtually there. You're almost done. So I started thinking, what if this wasn't a virtual ceremony in the digital sense, but a ceremony celebrating the almost, the things that are just about to happen? Instead of looking back, let's look forward. You will be the class that survived something that will be talked about and remembered for generations. And with this accomplishment comes power and purpose. How many of us took it for granted that we could see our friends every day, that we could hug those we loved without fear, that we could walk around without thinking about air particles, transmission vectors, or Clorox wipes and hand sanitizer? Oh, the hours I have spent thinking about hand sanitizer. When we get back to normal, I hope we hold hands whenever we can. I hope we hug our parents every morning and we kiss our baby siblings at night. I hope we pet dogs when we see them on the street and pick up trash when we walk by it. I hope we never again have to worry about sharing the same fork, about touching the same door handle, or drinking out of the same water bottle. I hope we don't worry so much about what people are wearing. I mean, come on. I've been in sweatpants and Celine Dion t-shirts for the last 6 weeks. I know you've been doing the same thing. I've seen you on Zoom. But seriously, we had a freedom that was a gift. And although I'm confident that we will return to the carefree nature of social interactions, I hope we take an important lesson from our shared struggle. I hope that we never again take it for granted the little joys that can disappear at any time. I hope you learn something now that many of us adults didn't learn until we were much older. Don't wait for the situation to be perfect to take a risk or make a stand or do something that you know is right. We've all learned sometimes the world has different plans for us. So I call on you, I implore you, I beg you, do not wait for someone else to make the future for you. Don't wait to be called on. Don't wait for the right time to act. Now is the perfect time because it is your time. You have waited long enough, class of 2020. Now get out there and make it the world you want it to be. Congratulations, graduates. I am so proud of you, and I cannot wait to see what you do next. Just as our student speakers are chosen by students, our faculty speaker is also nominated and selected by our student body. This is a privilege and a high recognition to be selected as the faculty speaker. Without further ado, please welcome Mr. Mike Downing to the stage.